All right. Hey, everybody, it's Chris Johnstone here. Hope that you are having a fantastic day and that everything is good. Nice to see y'all. Yeah, we are really looking forward to today's member-only training. Today, I'm going to be teaching you a process called the survey siphon. And we are seeing some fantastic results of the leads that are coming through this program. So I'm going to show you what it is, how it works, and how to build your own by giving you a campaign example of the actual event. So before we get into that, I do want to let you know that you have the ability to get answers to any of your questions that you have by just going to the chat panel on the GoToWebinar control panel, and then just ask any questions that you have inside the chat. I will open that up on my side here and then get you answers to any of the questions that you have. Now, the other thing that I want to let you know is that we are going to be changing up the format of these live calls to give you a better experience. And what we're going to be doing is using a new service. So we're going away from GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar, and we are going over to a service called Zoom, which we've used and has been phenomenal in the past. So we're going back to Zoom, and the reason behind that is we want to have a little bit more interaction with you directly inside our Facebook community. So the Facebook private group that you're part of, the Mortgage Marketing Mastermind on Facebook, that is a fantastic resource for you there. I don't know if you've been through kind of like the members section, but I'm in there, Carl White is in there, Scott Hudspeth is in there, Tammy is in there from the Marketing Animals. Like, we have a phenomenal lineup of just knowledge that you have access to that I personally feel isn't really being utilized that well. So we're going to be streaming these trainings using Zoom right inside that Facebook private group for you as well. So every 2 weeks you get access to the live interaction, but that's also there so that you know where the community is, how to ask questions in there, and you can get support at any time by going to that community. That's just another bonus for being part of our community and being a customer of ours. So thank you again very much for that. So what we are going to do now is we are going to share the screen, and you can see the dashboard of the Zoom portal right there. We'll pull this up and then we'll get going. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I can't see the webcam or what that looks like once I have this pulled up. Benefit of Zoom, actually, now that I think about it. So if like my hair goes all funky or something goes weird, just shoot me a comment inside the chat panel and let me know. So with that, let's get going on the actual content for today. Oh, and final disclaimer, we actually have some contractors here at the office in the background. We're building out another studio setting, very similar to this one, but it's going to be a place where we can get together with a whiteboard and actually show you like whiteboard trainings and map outs and stuff like that. So you might hear a little bit of banging around in the background. That's just the team helping us build that out. So here is our campaign framework of the survey siphon. And hold on here. Just let me know if you can hear my voice and you can see the screen. Just type yes into the GoToWebinar chat panel, just so that I can know that you can hear everything okay, audio's okay, and you can see the screen. All right, sweet. Steve, Nestor, that is awesome. All right, cool. So this is the survey siphon, and the reason why we're calling it the survey siphon is because we're actually surveying people in order to get them to come in as leads. And this is very powerful for a number of reasons, but the main reason is that it's an interactive style of lead gen. Our mortgage chat bot, which you may have seen, also going down the same lines of asking people questions and getting them to jump through hoops in order to get to us. It's kind of a different way of looking at lead gen, where it's not just like run an ad, take somebody to a squeeze page and then follow up with them. It is, identify the right prospects on Facebook and attract them through quality advertising and content, but with your ads, and then get them to qualify themselves to you before they become a lead. So we're asking them all kinds of qualifying questions before they get asked to give us their name, their email address, their phone number. And the whole reasoning behind that is that we want a higher quality lead for you, and we want you to have the information that you need in order to see whether or not you're actually speaking to or qualifying a good lead through your system. So the tool that we're using to set all this up is called Survey Gizmo. Surveygizmo.com. It's not really that different from any of the other survey or online survey tools out there. There's SurveyMonkey. There's all kinds of really cool tools out there, but we're recommending Surveygizmo.com. Now, the main reason behind the use of surveys is credible rates are actually phenomenal. You would think logically by putting all of these questions, like hurdles in front of leads, in order to get to them, you think less people would actually fill out their information on these things. So hold on here. While we're going here, we're having a little bit of just got a notification from GoToWebinar that there's a problem with the software. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the webcam because it seems to be having trouble doing both at the same time. And I need you to be able to see the screen so that you can actually get today's content. So we've shut the webcam off there. Just let me know if you can still, if the audio is still okay for you. Just type yes into the chat panel to let me know whether or not the audio is still all good. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nestor. Looking good. All right. So these are getting leads at roughly a 50% opt-in rate. And we, in the past, have been very excited at 14 and 15% opt-in rates. So the number of leads that are coming through these funnels is phenomenal. And then by putting somebody through a survey, you're actually getting a filtered lead that is a better quality lead than somebody that's coming through another type of filter. The other thing that it does for you is it gives you excellent brand positioning and brand building in your local marketplace because you're doing something that nobody else in your marketplace is doing, and you're providing value throughout the survey. People feel like you're actually going through the process of getting to know who they are and actually, giving intelligent questions to them so that you can help them further on down the line. So people actually want to work with you as a result of going through your survey. So here's a screen capture of just some of the surveys that we have for our active clients right now. So these are surveys that we have built for our customers. Each one is a little bit different, just depending on the client, but we have a general framework that I'm going to walk you through here today so that you can build your own survey inside Survey Gizmo. But these are the clients that we're managing and the types of results that they're getting. So all the way on the right-hand side, you can see completion rate. And that is the completion rate of the people that click onto the actual survey and the number of people that fill it out. So you can see, with a decent amount of leads coming through the funnel, we've got 187 responses. There's a 45% completion rate on that survey up at the top with almost 200 leads coming through. So you know that that's not, it's not 5 people. There's enough statistical analysis there to know that when you launch your campaign, you're going to get similar results to that. You can see the one underneath that has almost 500 leads through it. 54% of the people are filling out the survey, and there's 12 questions in the survey. So it's not, it's not a simple 2-question survey that these people are going through. They actually have to jump through legitimate hoops and answer questions to get to the end. And on average, we typically see about 50% of the people filling out the survey, which is just incredible when it comes to lead gen. This outperforms your traditional lead generation page by a factor of 5, right? Which is incredible when you look at, the amount of leads that you can actually generate for the same amount of budget. So that's what we want for you. So here's where we're focusing today. Overall, when you look at advertising on Facebook or advertising on Google, you've got 3 main parts. You've got an interested buyer. On Google, they're searching keywords. On Facebook, we're targeting them demographically, right? And all of the other lookalikes and custom audiences and the tough stuff that we've touched on this training before. But we're targeting those people. Then we're giving them the right offer and then we're converting those people into inbound phone calls and deals using automation, Agent Legend LO. So you may be an Agent Legend LO customer and not part of our done for you Facebook ads management, or you may be one of our Facebook clients that has Agent Legend LO. But if you're one of our clients, we're doing all three things for you. If you're doing Agent Legend LO on your own, you've got step 3 covered for you. You just need to focus in on step 1 and step 2. And today's training is all about the middle. This is all about just giving the right offer to the right audience so that you can generate quality leads with your offering and you actually get that person out the other end of the funnel with a positive experience so that when you reach out to them using your Agent Legend LO system, they're going to reply to you because you've given them a good user experience on the front end. So this is all how to give the right offer. Now, it's very important when you're crafting your offer for these people that there's no shenanigans. And what I mean by that is there's no bait and switch. You're not offering something that isn't actually available. I see so many offers and so many people going about lead generation. This is kind of a pet peeve of mine with kind of like offers that appeal to the lowest hanging fruit just so that they can advertise that they get $3 leads or $4 leads or $5 leads. And I disagree with that because I believe that it should be about the highest quality lead coming through the funnel. Now, it takes a lot of work and campaign optimization to ultimately get that high quality lead through. But if you're starting the process with a bait and switch or an offer that is going to leave any form of negative experience with the lead that you've generated, you've already lost them at the beginning of the funnel. So there's no amount of follow-up that you can do on the back end that's going to get that person to convert. You always have to start your offer with value and education and building a relationship with somebody. It is absolutely like starting a relationship. It's kind of just like dating, right? When you get a new prospect that comes in, they're going to make a judgment about your business in the first interaction that they have. And that's your ad copy and the offer that you've given them in order to get them to come into the business. So it's very important that you do not engage in any type of shenanigans in order to just get the lead. Don't be enticed by low cost per lead numbers. Be enticed by actual people that want to talk to you that fit within the category of the people that you are looking for. So here are some brainstorming exercises for you to go out and get specific types of leads through your funnels. And these are specific surveys that you can build out. So you can generate seller leads for your real estate partners and generate your own seller leads so that you can pre-qualify those people and then give them to realtors by offering up-to-date neighborhood comparables. Now, all those is you taking a specific marketplace and zeroing in on where you want the leads from. And then every month you produce a report on the current home sales in that marketplace, and then you compare it to market trends as far as like a year, what happened a year ago or what happened last month. They're very easy to put together, and it takes you a grand total of maybe an hour. And all you're doing is like your ad copy stays the same, the opt-in stays the same. All you're changing is the PDF that you're sending to people after they opt in. And what that gives you is a very specific offer to a specific marketplace. So if you look at a mortgage lender that's trying to generate leads in California and they're just running a California-based ad that says, hey, if you're looking for what your home is worth in today's California market, opt in. Well, somebody goes by that and goes, yeah, whatever. California is a big place. But if you're able to zero in on the actual subdivision or the estate that they're looking at, that is going to have a hyper-focused target market, but also a hyper-focused return of people that are coming through that want to know what their home is worth in today's market and what the houses around them have already sold for. So it's a great way to give that offer to sellers. And the way that you use surveys to bring those people through is you start asking them questions. How old is your home? What's the most recent update that you've done to the home? How long have you been in the home? And ask them when they're looking to move, right? Qualify your lead through the questions that you're asking them in the survey, and just make sure that they feel as though they are getting value through the process of filling out the survey, because you're going to use the information that they give you in the survey in order to reply back to them with an intelligent, pre-thought out response based on what they've given you in the survey, right? The buyer offer, we've got all kinds of different variations on buyer offers depending on the type of lead that we want to see come through the funnel. So a buyer's campaign could be a simple list of open houses. So you've seen our training on the always open house campaign. This is a very similar thing. You know, fill out this survey and tell us what type of home you're looking for, and we'll send you a list of open houses every week that match that search criteria. Another way where we've seen surveys work really well is surveying people on the types of schools that they want their kids to go to, and the offer is that you'll send them back a list of all the different markets and the schools that are within them, right? And then obviously your listing alerts. So, you know, tell us what type of home you're looking for, and we'll send you a custom list of all the homes that are on the market. Is another great way to use a survey to bring somebody in. Now, those are both dependent on real estate partners and real estate information, but it's a great way to start generating leads that are in market or going to be in market. Typically speaking, when we're generating real estate leads through these surveys, we know that those leads aren't going to be ready for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road. So you have to go into those survey campaigns knowing that it's going to take time to build your database, and it's an asset that you're investing in up front in order to create the return down the line. Now, the great thing about being in the mortgage business is that we get such a great return on a closed deal or a funded mortgage that it certainly makes it worth it to start filling up these funnels. Then obviously our financing offers, which is what we're using it for primarily when we're doing the done for you services. And this is to get people to tell you their particular information. I'm going to walk you through a campaign example here in just a second so you can see what questions we're actually asking. But if we go into a marketplace and we get people to qualify themselves based on a special loan program, so we can use copy, you know, brand new loan program offers you up to 10%, or how to get a mortgage with, you know, 10% down, let us know, and we'll take this quick 5-minute survey and we can let you know whether or not you qualify for the program. It's phenomenal for Homes for Heroes, or trying to get a specific type of person through a funnel by telling them that the survey will help qualify them as to whether or not they actually fit with the offer, and it'll save their time and they don't have to get on the phone to get anybody to go through. And then the other thing that we're seeing surveys for is referral programs. So surveying your past customer database, all that kind of stuff, but we're not going to get into that on today's training. So here is the results from one of the survey Siphon campaigns that we're running. I just grabbed this screenshot for you to show you. We've got $607.23 spent in ads. The leads that we're generating are $3.23 a piece. And we've had 188 people through that particular campaign. Now, keep in mind that cost per lead is going to go up as we run this particular campaign because we started with a very broad targeting, and now that we're bringing through the funnel, we're actually getting more and more specific with the targeting to increase the quality of the lead that is coming through the funnel. The initial feedback that we were given from the client on the welcome survey is just give me everything so that I can see what it's like, and then we'll narrow down from there. So that's why we went about optimizing the campaign. Typically speaking, what we do is we try and zero in on that perfect customer right away with lookalike audiences and that sort of thing. But this one went to actual cold traffic in a marketplace. So this is the actual targeting that was run on that particular campaign. So we're excluding anybody that works for a mortgage bank, that identifies as being a mortgage broker, mortgage consultant, loan officer, loan originator. There's a bunch of other job titles. All we're doing is we're excluding real estate professionals and mortgage professionals that they don't see the advertisements. And then at the top, again, we're very, very broad. We're targeting people that are interested in real estate or have the interest in a mortgage loan or getting a mortgage loan. Again, very, very broad. And now we're narrowing that campaign down into specific targets. This is the ad copy that we are putting out for this particular survey, the results that you just saw, this is the ad copy that goes along with it. So it says attention, and then we have the different subdivisions that we're looking for. Actually, technically, these are market areas in this particular marketplace, and this particular customer is going after renters and first-time home buyers with their campaign because that's the style of customer that they like to work with. So this is all geared towards a first-time home buyer. So attention, area name renters and first-time buyers. This program makes it easier for, and then we just have the area names in there again, first-time buyers and renters to become homeowners with as little as 2 monthly rent payments saved in the bank. Find out your options, click here. And then that's the whole ad copy, and the actual headline is special offer for first-time buyers and renters. And we call this dog whistle copy because we're calling out the specific individual that we want to fill out the survey. We're calling out first-time buyers and renters so that while they're scrolling at Mach 10 through their Facebook feed or their Instagram, this is going to catch their eye. And that's the whole, the image that we have there is an image from the actual marketplace. So it looks like a home in their market. And then right at the headline, it says first time buyers right in the headline. So if they are in market and interested in getting a home, that's going to stop them in their tracks. And then we potentially can engage them with the actual ad copy. But the image and the headline is very important for kind of like stopping them in their tracks and getting them to actually view the ad. So once they click either the button or the link that's in the ad copy, they are taken to a Survey Gizmo survey. These surveys look beautiful on a mobile phone, which is very important. Over 75% of the traffic that we're generating through the majority of our funnels right now is mobile. So having that beautiful mobile experience is so important. That's why I love the bot campaign as well. And this is what it looks like on an iPad, but it also blows up on a full screen device and looks good on desktop as well. But it really has been designed, I believe, mobile first. And so this is what the survey says. This homeowner program makes it easy for area name residents to become homeowners. Fill out this quick survey and find out if you qualify for the program. So nothing groundbreaking or really, genius about that. It's just a pretty simple offer. Then we get into the actual qualification of the lead and getting them to start jumping through the hoops. So do you currently rent or own? And keep in mind that they are asked one question at a time. So they fill out the radio button as to whether or not they're renting or buying, and then they click next at the bottom of the screen, and then it moves them to the next question. So I've just put these all on one slide just to walk you through the process so that you can see all the questions. But keep in mind that the person who's filling out the actual survey goes through these one at a time, one screen at a time. So it says, where are you looking to purchase, so that they can tell you whether or not they're a lead in your local marketplace or not. When are you planning to request your home loan? Within a month, 2 to 5 months, and more than 5 months, or I'm not sure. And then what is your estimated credit score? Just a guess is fine. And they're saying below fair, fair, good, or great. How much would you like to borrow? Just an estimate. And they tell us what the loan amount is going to be. And then we have, do you have a real estate agent that participates with our home buyer programs? That tells you whether or not you have a lead that you're going to be able to share with one of your real estate partners, or whether you have a lead that you can refer back to the realtor that they're already dealing with. This is a little sub strategy. We won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but when we have leads that come through our funnel that are currently working with a realtor, we'll immediately, when we get that lead on the phone, ask them who the realtor is. You'll say, okay, great, no problem. Go through the rest of the process with them, work to get the loan application going. But after we hang up, we'll then call that realtor and say, hey, Bob, just want to let you know I was on the phone today with your client so-and-so. They were online filling out forms looking for more information. I just wanted you to be aware. Maybe you should give them a call, make sure that they have everything that they need, make sure your client has a great experience. And, I look forward to the opportunity to working with you. Here's where we're at in the loan application. Do you have anybody else that I may potentially be able to help you with? Right. This is a very simple conversation to get to the next level with that realtor. And we find that there's a lot of appreciation that comes back from us helping them keep an eye on their leads or the people that are out there in the actual marketplace themselves. So That is the reasoning for that question in the survey. Have you ever purchased a home? Yes or no? And then we ask them for their first name, the email to send the pre-qualification information to, and then a verified current mobile number. So those are the 10 major questions that we ask within any type of survey. Now, here's a little behind the scenes peek at a lot of the responses. So this is inside one of our survey campaigns. You can see down at the bottom, this particular campaign has 739 leads that have run through it. And this is the answer to question number 3. When are you planning to request your home loan? So 15% of them within a month, which statistically is amazing. That means that 15% of the buyers that are coming through this program are looking to do something right now. Those are the people at the very end of the survey that will call the phone number that we put on the final screen, or the ones that will pick up the phone right away and call back when they get the ringless voicemail from Agent Legend or the text message. Those are the people that are going to convert right away. Now, you can see at the 2 to 5 months, 30% of the leads, double the amount that are ready to go right now, are looking to do something in the next 2 to 5 months. And I can tell you, after being in the online lead generation business for 12 years now, that is where the majority of your money is going to be made. It is in the 3rd month to the 5th month after generating the lead. We did a really interesting campaign that we launched out. This is a number of years ago now. But what we did was, well, let me give you a little bit of backstory, because again, we're all friends here with, I mean, your clients, so we can speak a little bit more candidly. I was having a disagreement with the client that we were running the lead generation for. And they were telling me that the only leads that were any good were the leads that were coming in and contacting them within the first 48 hours. And I said, no, man, you are leaving the majority of the money on the table. And I was trying to go to bat for him taking on the investment of hiring somebody to call the leads, because the amount of leads that he was processing through his system was just phenomenal. And the pushback was, no, it's not worth the investment. All these leads are garbage. So I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all the leads that have come in through your system, and we're going to take all of them that are at the 3 to 6 month mark. We're going to batch them into a list. And because we have permission to communicate with these people, well, I'm going to send the exact same conversion sequence that we send them during the first week when they opt in, and let's see what happens. And the numbers of the people that responded from the list that was 3 to 6 months old was almost identical to the response that we were getting from the leads the day that they opted in. And conversion rates were almost the same. It was almost 15% of the leads responded to the campaign sequence. And I love that story just simply because it really drives home the point that we are in the business of providing the service of financing for people who are buying a home. It's not like we're selling running shoes, right? If you get a runner who really likes to run and you can show him an amazing ad on a new type of running shoe, there's a certain percentage of the marketplace that will just buy that running shoe because they're runners, they like shoes. They'll buy $100, $200 pair of running shoes on a whim because it's a small purchase price and they're they're just always in the market for buying shoes, right? Well, with good advertising, you can make that sale. There's no amount of advertising or calls to action or headline formulas or anything like that that you can use to convince somebody to go buy a home or get a mortgage. They have to be at the point of wanting the home or needing the home and then needing the mortgage, right? Everybody wants to buy a house. Nobody wants a mortgage. So in our marketing and advertising, it's very valuable to have the mindset of being in market at the time when the lead wants us is half of the job. So many people focus on just driving the traffic, when if we did a much better job of doing the follow-up and focusing in on those people, the majority of the people that came through your funnel 2 months ago, That's where a large portion of the money sits, and most people are letting that just sit on the sidelines and wane away for somebody when they do become in market to fill out another survey or another lead gen form and potentially go through somebody else's funnel. We don't want that. And that's why Agent Legend LO is such a phenomenal product. It does that follow-up for you and builds that relationship without you having to do anything. I actually posted a photo inside our private group this morning of a lead that direct messaged the customer saying, hey, you've done a great job of keeping your brand in front of me on Facebook. I'm getting ready to renew. When can we get on the phone and talk about my options? This stuff absolutely works, but you've got to understand that the smallest sliver of the pie is what everybody is focusing on. It's not going to happen in the first 30 and 60 days. It's going to happen at 90, 120, and on and on. And that, the statistics show us that. Now, here's an interesting bit of information. This is another funnel that's focusing in on first-time home buyers and people that rent. The majority of the people with a guess at their credit put themselves at below fair or fair. 16.5% of the people would say that they had good credit or great credit. Here's the really interesting thing. When you take this data and you overlay those 2 points, Survey Gizmo has a tool where you can look at the individual responses of people and you can pull it up by response. So we looked at the people that said that they were in market ready to go right now, and the majority of those people rated their credit as good. So the people that are ready to go right now to buy a home are the ones that are saying that they have good credit. And that's because they've done a little bit of research. They've probably been online, used a tool to go out and find what their credit is. But somebody who says, I'm not going to buy a house for 4 months, I mean, they probably haven't even logged into Credit Karma yet to actually check what their credit score is. And human nature, especially if you're renting or you're a first-time home buyer, the majority of those people just by default think, my credit's probably not that great. It's not because it is or it isn't, it's because they just don't know, right? So keep that in mind as well when you're getting people to fill this information out. Those aren't hard and fast numbers, and the closer that they get to conversion and the more research that they do into their credit, the better it gets. So it's important to empower people with those tools, and that's again a great conversion thing to put in your toolkit of in your opt-in emails when you're sending back to people. Hey, if you have no idea what your credit score is, go check out creditkarma.com. You can check your credit score for free. Here's what it means, and then tell them what the different credit scores mean. It's a great way to position yourself beyond one of your competitors. Here's the numbers back on roughly 700 leads. Do you have a real estate agent that participates with our home buyer programs? 7.7% said yes. 58% said no, and 33% unsure. So that is the majority of the people saying that they're not yet working with a real estate agent, which is pretty funky. So that is the survey funnel and the survey Siphon campaign. And keep in mind, everybody that fills out that survey that gives their name, their phone number, and their email address, roughly 50% of the people, they're all getting pushed over into your Agent Legend LO account. That Agent Legend LO account then drips the follow-up on them so that you can convert them at month 2, month 3, month 4, right? That's how the process of this works. So let's get into the Q&A. But for those of you there that aren't on our Done For You Facebook marketing service, I'm sure you've all seen me do this presentation before, so I'm going to skip over this. But we don't really recommend that you are figuring out how to do those Facebook ads all by yourself. I mean, these bi-weekly trainings are phenomenal for giving you those campaigns, but the optimization of it, the whole point is to get you so busy that all you're doing is closing loans. And at that point, we want to become your who. Or we take over your Facebook campaigns that you may have built using the training, and we manage them for you. And when we do that, we give you a whole host of campaigns. So you get 3 campaigns. The survey Siphon is included in those campaigns. The always open house is included in those. The mortgage bot is included in those as well. You get to pick and choose the ones that you want, keeping in mind that you need a minimum of $500 a month in budget for each campaign that you're going to launch. And then we take care of everything for you. We write all the ads, we do all the images, we write all the copy. We do all the retargeting, we do your split testing, we do the ad set strategies for you to bring down your cost per lead, but also increase the quality of leads that are coming through. You get a dedicated account manager, and then we report back to you every month on exactly what's happening. It also includes your Agent Legend LO account. So if you're currently right now paying for Agent Legend LO and you're not one of our current customers, our monthly fee includes the cost of Agent Legend LO. So you can technically take that off the price of the program, and we can build out campaigns to generate real estate leads for you, seller real estate leads, and as well, mortgage leads, and nurture your past customer database. So if you're interested in getting hooked up on that program, just email me, chris@connectionincorporated.com. That's chris@connectionincorporated.com. The regular setup on that is $2,497, and then $997 per month. We're giving a discount for anybody that's on the Agent Legend LO program, and that drops it down to $14.97 for the startup, which includes your current monthly subscription of Agent Legend LO. And then it's just $9.97 after that to have us manage all of your Facebook advertising and campaigns for you. So it's just $14.97 today, and then in 30 days, the $9.97 clicks in. So very quickly, if you need closings today, this is not right for you. We just went over that. Actually, it's going to take a 60 to 90 day window to really kind of prime that funnel and get the ball rolling for those closings to come into your business. So if you don't have that front loaded budget right now, that's totally okay. I just want you to know that now is not the right time to invest. When you get to the point where you've banked a little bit of that budget, and again, all you want to be doing is focusing on closing loans, that's when it's the right time to come into this program. You've got to have systems in place to close those loans. So if you can't handle an influx of new customers, you got to make sure you've got that dialed in first. And you got to have an advertising budget as well. My recommendation is a minimum of $1,000 a month in ads, and then up from there. Currently, we're spending $1,000 a day right now in advertising and keeping a very close eye on the return on investment. And we are positive ROI on Facebook ads every day, even at that scale. So there's definitely scale there for you as well. And when I say us, I mean Connection Incorporated as a company, right? So who this is for, if you've tried ads in the past and it didn't work, come on over. We've got this stuff dialed in. We know how to generate the leads for you. We know how to set Siphon campaign up for you, the chat bot, the always open house. We've got the campaigns for you. It's just a matter of getting them working in your business. So if you've tried Facebook ads in the past and it didn't work for you, now's the time to get this done. If you bought training, and there are some incredible training programs out there, the problem there is the stumbling block is implementation. So if you haven't implemented, but you've got lots of great training, now is the time to have us do it for you. It's time for us to be your who. And if you're already spending $500 a month on ads or more, it's definitely worth it to take a look, because with the increase in the quality of the leads that come through the funnel, as well as the reduction of the cost per lead right now. I mean, we had a client account last month. They were spending over $60 per lead through Facebook. We were able to take it down to almost 14 within 40. I think we're at day 40 now. So it was like just under a month to reach close to that number, and it's continuing to go down at this point. So just those savings there are definitely worth it. And then if you're not 100% satisfied, you can cancel at any time, and you keep all of the campaigns and everything that we build for you. So just keep that in mind as well. So if you'd like information on that, or you'd like to just go ahead and sign up, just go to your email and send me an email, chris@connectionincorporated.com, and we will get you taken care of there. All right. On to our questions. Any questions here? So from Nestor, fantastic. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. We're thrilled to have you as a customer and part of the program, so thank you so much. From Steve is asking, what percentage of the 188 leads turned into closed deals? So Steve, the typical number is about 5% of the leads turn into deals. Now that is campaign specific. It's lower on the buyer campaigns, like the real estate buyer campaigns that we're running through. It's probably more in the 2 to 3% range. But where we're running specific mortgage ads to generate mortgage leads of people that come through the funnel, it's around 5%. And that is a running total. It's going to take you, again, that 3, 4, 5 months of generating leads in order to get enough people that are through the process. Because even when you convert a lead, you take the app, they're qualified, then you refer them to a realtor, then they got to find the house, then they got to close the house, then fund the loan, right? So that whole process can easily take 60 days in a typical transaction scenario. So when you look at the actual lead conversion or generation of the leads, in that first 30 days, you're really just incubating the people that are in there, so that from the 30-day to 60-day mark, the majority of those people are actually going to turn into applications. Then you're turning those applications into qualified buyers. Then the qualified buyers have got to come in. So that 5% conversion ratio can take up to 5 months to get those numbers on the board. But when you're running the campaigns consistently, you don't turn them off and you continue to build out, let's say 100 leads a month. By the time you're at 400 leads, the rolling total of 4 and 5 closings a month happens every month. It's just some of them are coming in right away, but the majority of them were generated 2 months ago or 3 months ago or 4 months ago. And you've just had the maturity to keep the consistency going so that you have those 4 to 5 deals a month that are coming in. But it really does kind of take a half a year until you've got that solidified deal flow coming in through your business. But once you get to that point, then you have scalability. You can say, okay, I know for every 100 leads that come in, here's what I'm going to make over, a quarter. Here's what I'm going to make over 2 quarters. Here's what I'm going to make over a year. And you can dial your lead generation budget up over time to hit very lofty and relatively significant income gains in your business as a result of advertising. But if you're trying to measure it on a 30-day window, in the first 30 days that you start, it's not going to work. So I just wanted you to, that question tends to, be based on what's my return going to be in the first 30 days? And the answer is nothing. You're not going to close a deal in the first 30 days, but you should convert about 5% of the leads that you put into your system, but it takes time to get to that number. So hopefully that helps. Our next question says, what scripts have LOs been using that are getting successful results? Okay, so that is a great question. And so we don't really have a script that we're giving to LOs to convert the leads, because all of our scripts are inside Agent Legend LO. So our scripts are technically the ringless voicemails, the text messages, and the emails. And when you get somebody on the phone, at that point, it's your conversion call. Now, that being said, I currently train sales people within our organization. Plus, I've had 11 years of, 12 years now of phone sales experience. I mean, when we were growing Connection Incorporated, it was me. I mean, I was on the phone selling 7 hours a day. So, and we've also got experience helping some companies with call centers and stuff like that in the mortgage industry. So we've got quite a bit of experience with it. So I have found that there is no hard scale closing technique that you can put on somebody on the phone in order to actually get them to convert. But what I have found is that when somebody calls in and you say, hey, it's Chris, how can I help you? They will tell you exactly what they want, right? And you may not necessarily frame it as how can I help you, because you know how you can help them. Obviously, you're going to get them the best mortgage and the best rate and all of those wonderful things. But the question is designed to unveil kind of like their main objection points and the real reason for their call. So you may get an answer like, I just want to know what your lowest rate is. And at that point, with those scripts or the loose language that we've used in the past to overcome that is, oh, I'm so glad that you called. Obviously, you've had a little bit of misinformation on the mortgage process, because getting the lowest rate can oftentimes cost you more money over the term of your loan. we have a number of different loan products that will allow you to pay your loan down faster, or there's special warranties we can get you access to. There's a whole host of mortgage products that we can use to get to a better deal over time, but on paper may have a little bit of a higher rate. It really does depend on your independent situation and your financial plan and what your goals are. And what we like to do here is not just give an off the cuff answer, but really help you come together with a financial plan. Now, there's no cost. All I want to do is get together with you over the phone for about 10 minutes, make sure you and your family are on the right path. Would tomorrow at 2 o'clock be a good time for you, or is now good? And what you're doing is changing the whole frame around how that person is shopping for their mortgage, because as soon as they come to you and ask you what's your rate, you've either got to get into a discount conversation or just chop rate with somebody else. But if you're able to get that person to get that sinking feeling in the pit of their stomach, like the question that I'm asking is going to cost me more money, that person is most motivated by money. So immediately they have to hear what's on the other side of that statement in order to make sure that they're saving the most amount of money. And oftentimes you'll book that appointment just based on the fact that rate isn't the most important thing. Now, everybody has access to different products and different ways that they go about that. I'm just trying to give you kind of like a general framework for you to work with in order to convert those leads. So it's, how can I help you? And then actually helping that person. And because oftentimes when you're dealing with online leads, the first question that they will ask you is, what's your rate? That is the best way to take the conversation that I've found in the past to actually turn that person into an appointment and somebody that wants to work with you over somebody else that's just quoted a rate over the phone or something like that. So hopefully that helps. So another question is, have you seen a prime way to process all of these leads? Yes, Agent Legend LO is the best way to process these leads. So again, with my history in the business of just generating online digital leads in the mortgage space for as long as we have, when Agent Legend LO, when we were able to put that deal together, it solved a massive problem for us, because we would have people running almost an identical system in like almost the same market, right? One professional would absolutely crush it. 5% of the leads turn into closings. The return on investment was ridiculous. It was like super happy long-term customer. We would give almost the identical campaign and the same types of leads to another individual, no response. How many people have you talked to? None. I've never talked to anybody on the phone. I'm not getting any response from these leads. And we knew that the leads were the same. Traffic's the same, leads the same. I mean, they're different names that are coming through the system, but it's the same core process to get the lead generated. So I knew that it was in the conversion follow-up where the system was either successful or a failure for a customer of mine, which I'm responsible for. I'm, at the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own lives and our own results and all that sort of thing. But I take a core value of mine is responsibility for my business and my customers, right? So when we saw that technology with Agent Legend LO, after trying to develop it on our own, and we saw the elegance of that solution and the fact that 40% of the leads were responding and actually coming back in, that solved one of the largest problems that we had struggled with for close to a decade for online lead generation. So it is absolutely my recommendation that you call the leads when they come in. But when you can't, just let Agent Legend do its job. Send a ringless voicemail day one, then a text message, then an email. All that happens in the first 15 minutes. So ringless voicemail goes out after 2 minutes. The text message goes out after 10 minutes. And then 15 minutes after the lead comes in, there's an email that's sent. Then the next day at 11 o'clock, send a ringless voicemail. Then an hour after that, a text message. And then in the evening, send an email to follow up with them. And then day 3, repeat that process, but start it earlier in the morning. That way you're touching kind of like the day that they come in, you're going to get them no matter what. Day 1, technically in the funnel, you're reaching out to them, statistically speaking, at the best time to get the best response, which is 11 o'clock, right? And then if they're an evening person, you're going to catch them on email where they're watching, I don't like my family and I, we don't own a television. So I'm like watching Grey's Anatomy or something, but I'm pretty sure like Grey's Anatomy was popular like a long time ago. I'm sure there's now a more popular show than that, but the fact is they're on their mobile phones, they're sitting on the couch, they're watching Netflix or whatever, and your email comes in, so you can convert the lead then. And then the third day that they're in the funnel, you get that follow-up again. Then take a couple days off and just let Agent Legend do its work. If you can give a real phone call at any point during that process, do it, but know that Agent Legend really is going to do the majority of the work for you during that process. So Debbie, hey Debbie, great to see you here. I've signed up for the mortgage chatbot service. Is this survey gizmo cost over and above what I'm paying for? So no, we include all of the service charges for all of the technology that we implement for our clients on our side. I pay for everything. So you pay the $9.97 per month and I cover everything. I cover your Zapier charges. I cover the Agent Legend LO subscription. I cover the Survey Gizmo subscription, and we also cover the ManyChat subscription for you as well. I pay for all of that on my side of things. It's just how we roll. We want the absolute best experience for our customers. So I take care of all that for you. And I should say your account manager takes care of that for you, because that was something that we discussed as a team and together made the decision in order to do that. So your account manager was a big part of that as well. So from Michael, Michael says, I just started 2 days ago and the response has been amazing. I used BombBomb in my automated response emails and am also sending BombBomb videos after the response. So that is phenomenal, Michael. Congratulations on the implementation there. That is just fantastic. Keep going. No, what you're doing, I would just keep doing what you're doing. Definitely use the BombBomb videos that you have access to inside that Agent Legend LO system. They work. We're currently running a webinar system, so we just launched a brand new training on chatbots, and it's our first time as a company using BombBomb, because we're using Agent Legend LO and BombBomb to follow up on the leads for the people that are registering for our webinars, right? So we're using the technology that we give to you as well, and the response, just in like people that are actually texting me or emailing me about the video, the response is just phenomenal. And I know you're probably going to get similar response from yours as well. Nobody is doing it, so it's a great way to convert those leads. So thank you for the kind feedback there, Nestor. That's awesome. So Debbie says, can you explain what Agent Legend LO is? So Agent Legend LO is a software solution that it follows up on your leads, and it's like a CRM, but it's the filter that goes before your CRM. So when you're generating leads from Facebook or Zillow or Boomtown or whatever, all of those leads go into this system, and it sends ringless voicemails. So when your lead comes in, their phone will chirp, but it won't fully ring. And they look at it and there's a voicemail from you. It's a pre-recorded message that you record once. And we have scripts for you inside the program. And it basically says, hey, you just opted in for X information and I have that information for you. Just give me a call back and I'll get you what you need. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Sorry I missed you, and I'll send you a text in a couple of minutes just so that you have my contact information. So it's what every person should do when a new lead comes in, but nobody does. It is a almost real time, like 2-minute phone call that goes back to the lead that says, hey, I'm here to give you what you asked for, and here's how to contact me. Then it sends the text message 10 minutes after the lead opted in, just saying, hey, sorry I missed you. Here's my contact information. Just call me when you're ready. And then there's an email that goes out 15 minutes after that. And Agent Legend LO is the software that delivers all that and allows you to see the leads that come through the system, when they respond back, and it kind of keeps track of all your statistics. Now, once a lead responds to Agent Legend LO, it shuts off. So you don't have to worry about the system badgering people, you know, or them getting a text message from you after they've called you back or something weird like that. It shuts off, which is why I say it's not a full-blown CRM, because when you get the inbound call from a lead, you're going to take the app over the phone and then move them over into Jungo or whatever actual CRM solution it is that you're using to process your loans. So that's what it is, and that's how it works. So hopefully that helps. So once they respond and the Agent Legend LO campaign stops, what do you find is the best way to follow up? Is it text, email, or calling? Jim, I would say text messaging is the best way to follow up, but you have to be very careful with it because it is, for lack of a better phrase, it's sacred ground. When you have somebody's cell phone number, if they've requested information for you and they said, hey, call me back, and you call them, you don't get a hold of them, then text messaging is okay. But if that person has opted in for an offer from you, but you've never heard from them, you know, to send them, you know, 5 text messages in a row is off-putting. So you've got to be, well, we all know how we want to be communicated with, right? So we are currently going through a renovation at the office. We started the call by saying that, and I would say 90% of the communication that we're doing with the contractor and the sub trades is text. And it's just like, these guys don't check email, and it's a direct access to them, and it's easy for everybody. So texting, I would say, is definitely the best way. And I would say the second best way is Facebook Messenger. If not the best way, is Facebook Messenger. And you have that ability when you're running one of our chatbot campaigns, because all those leads come in through Facebook Messenger, and you can direct message people through Facebook Messenger. Open rates on Facebook Messenger, ManyChat just released a study on that, and it's over 95% of messages that are sent through Facebook Messenger get read. Compare that to email deliverability plus open rates, and emails somewhere in like the 15% range. So if you can get somebody to connect with your business page on Facebook, or even connect with you personally on Facebook, depending on how you use Facebook, you're going to get the best level of communication there. I would almost say text messaging is second. Debbie, awesome. So Sean, hey, great to see you here. Hope your intake call was super smooth earlier, and great to have you on the program. And yes, absolutely, you can add BombBomb videos to Agent Legend. If you go into the campaign structure, so just go into your Agent Legend LO account, click on the campaign, and inside there you'll see all of the messages, and there's a pencil box beside the message, whether it's the email message. You just click on the pencil, and then you'll see up at the top of the email template builder thing, there's a big gray button that says BombBomb on it. And you just click on there, and that's where you upload your BombBomb videos right into the email messages that are being sent by Agent Legend LO. So you're good to go. There are no preloaded videos, no preloaded BombBomb videos inside Agent Legend. Those are something that you have to make on your own. So hopefully that helps. So Debbie, yes, Agent Legend LO is a part of the package. So for the $9.97 per month, Agent Legend LO is included in that pricing. So the oh, that's fantastic, Sean. So Megan is great, excited about the incorporation of BombBomb. That's fantastic. So to give a ballpark figure, this is the next question. If I spend $1,000 per month on the survey, do you have a ballpark of how many leads may complete the survey? So you're probably going to be in the first month. Hold on here. This is just unbelievable. These chatbots are amazing. So since we started the call here an hour ago, people on our chatbot for either Chris Johnstone, or I also get notifications on a couple of the client accounts. But these are just like Just phenomenal. Awesome. Okay, sorry, I got distracted there. So $1,000 a month, and let's say you come out of the gate at $7 a lead. That'll put you at around 140 leads a month, 130, 140 leads a month that'll come through that program. And again, that cost per lead is going to go down over time. So by the time you get to the 90-day mark, you'll probably be closer to like the $5 a lead mark. And the quality of the leads that are coming through the funnel will get better over time. But that's a good ballpark figure for you to run your numbers on. And again, Megan helps compile those numbers for you at the end of the month, and she'll send those to you. And that way you'll know how many leads came through the funnel, how many people you've talked to, how many people you've pulled credit for. And then keep in mind, it's not until you kind of hit that 90-day mark that you're really going to see like the full power of the system kind of working in your business at that point. So hopefully that helps. Right on. Okay, well, we are at a full hour. Typically we spend half hour on these calls, but that was phenomenal Q&A, and that's what I am here for. So if you have any other questions, feel free to type them into the chat box, or Chris@connectionincorporated.com. And if you're not currently a done for you client, now is the time. So just email Chris@connectionincorporated.com. Let's get going on driving leads through that Agent Legend LO system for you. And I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. And I'll chat with you in 2 weeks here on our members only Q&A call. And in 2 weeks, we'll be broadcasting live on Facebook for y'all. So I hope you enjoy that as well. You are absolutely welcome, Debbie. Thank you for spending time with us. And we love you. Thanks for being a customer, and we'll chat soon. All right. Talk soon, everybody. Bye.